Hi, my name's John, and today I'm going to be talking about, the exploration of Mars and what it means for us as humans, and it's the next big step in humans' journey, becoming just a civilization from just tribes. So, my first main point is going to be the exploration of Mars. I mean, the parallels between colonizers and the exploration of the New World and what we're doing today on Mars. And then my second point is going to be about the resources on Mars and what it means for resource acquisition. There's a lot of resources on Earth that are running out. And then my third is going to be some of the struggles that come with colonizing a planet, especially one like Mars. All right, so the parallels between Mars and the parallels between the Spanish explorers and the Martian rovers. So the Spanish explorers, they arrived in the New World on order of their government, much like the rovers did, and they weren't so much focused with setting up camp and setting up somewhere where it's livable. They were more focused on exploring exploring the New World and seeing what resources are there, what opportunities for economic growth are there. Exploring the land and seeing what's there, so to speak. And that's almost exactly what the rovers are doing. They're taking test samples of the dirt, seeing mountains, seeing all the geography. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities between the two, and SpaceX is it's pretty similar to what Britain and Spain did when they were trying to colonize England or the New World. So they would send ships to set up camps and set up places that are livable, start farming and stuff, and that's exactly what SpaceX is trying to do. They're trying to send people to Mars to start a colony on Mars, just like we set up colonies in the New World. And my second main point is going to be the resources that are on Mars, and this is a pretty big one because you don't think there's a lot of resources on Mars, but there actually is. So rocket fuel is one of the main limiting factors that we have, with going to other places and getting beyond like place, because fuel is the biggest factor in limiting our travel in space because it's so heavy. Now, Mars has water, and water is basically all you need to make rocket fuel. So one of the plans is to set up sort of a interstellar gas station on Mars, for ships to refuel there and and then move on to other places in the solar system. And not only is there resources on Mars, but if we do set up a gas station like that, it allows us to get meteors and asteroids in the asteroid belt, and that's huge because all we would really need to do is push them a little bit to make them collide with Mars, because there's nothing really on Mars to hit, and they could have enough metal like gold and silver and steel, or not steel but iron, for generations of humans to just use, because you don't need to mine it; it's just there in a big lump. So it's really important. And then my third and final main point is going to be sort of the struggles with Mars. Now, Mars, it has no atmosphere, like at all. You need to create an atmosphere in order for people to live there, not inside some sort of biodome or some crap like that. So and that could take thousands and maybe even millions of years to do that before Mars becomes a livable planet. But during that time, you probably get its own form of life, seeing as we have plants, but the plants, they would slowly evolve to live on Mars in the 0.6 gravity that it has compared to Earth. But the 0.6 gravity is another big problem, especially with humans, because it would mean we would have to work out like 6 hours a day every day just so that our bones don't become like jello, basically, because the gravity is so much less than here on Earth. So there's a lot of big leaps that we would have to take in colonizing Mars. It's not an easy thing by any statement of the word. So yeah, I think that we have a very good chance of colonizing Mars, and I think it's the obvious next step. We conquered almost the entire planet, so conquering Mars is the next big step. Thank you for listening to me.